was a legal backing for compulsory real-time electronic transmission of election results. Nigerians are made to believe the Senate rejected that, but the Senate says we only worked with what was already available to us. Does this in any way reopen debates about transparency? Former Secretary NBA Benin-Kebbi branch, Umar Kalgo, has been helping us with some clarifications about whether or not electronic transmission of results is what Nigeria needs to achieve an electoral integrity. Thank you very much for staying with us on the program, Mr. Kalgo. So let's look at other amendments to the Electoral Act. As we speak, the Senate has officially replaced smart card readers with a bimodal voter accreditation system. If you are to speak from a legal and operational standpoint, does this change address any past concerns about electoral transparency?
BVAS is an advancement to card reader, actually. And this is what we are talking about. All the time you find the technology taking the first leap before you find legal backing to put it proper in place. So I think it is a commendable thing that BVAS is actually captured by the provisions of the law. It only empowers, authentication of voters prior to voting. I think it's a commendable thing in that regard.
But given the BVAS's dual role, it works for accreditation and also voting. Does this in any way consolidate power? In a way that increases or perhaps decreases the risk of technical manipulation? Are there adequate legal safeguards in place to challenge BVAS results if disputes arise?
I think there would be, because at all times you find that election is not the way we conduct it. What happened at the polling station is...
Mr. Kalgo, there would be or there should be?
What I'm saying, what normally happened at the election, you see, the authentication there are some intrusions which would be very, very difficult, considering how the system of the BVAS is an exclusive one. It's not an open-ended thing. Though in technology, you always have that degree of risk. But I think the way it is created, it is very, very, very hard to manipulate. And I believe you have a fallback to authenticate with what we have on the papers, the ballots, and other hard copies of election materials we have.
But what is the liability of INEC under the Electoral Act? Is BVAS, for instance, malfunctions, prevents voters from being accredited? What is the liability of INEC?
Well, you see, liability, the duty of INEC is to ensure that a credible, free and fair election is conducted. Looking at the great, massive nature of this country, you can find hitches here and then. And INEC, in its position, you see, if what happened, has to do with a local election, that the tinkering or the glitch cannot provide a clear winner, there is always the opportunity of rerun to ensure that elections were conducted. But by and large, you tend to find in larger constituencies for governors and what have you, these, these shortcomings in here and then do not amount in a way to endanger the general election. So I think INEC have a lot of mechanism to deal with such kind of thing. It is not a stricto sensu thing that will immediately invalidate election automatically when you have some glitches here and there.